And I suppose, again, I had two small children at the time who were 2 and 4. So I was very nervous in entering it because, you know, kids get sick and life happens and you have assignments rolling in. But, you know, Ducere work with you, they make it work. I got lots of extensions.
Yeah, I've still got to mark the assignments. We do have that interactions.
Yeah, so, you know, and now it's given me the confidence now to take that plunge and go to the next step. And after doing my MBA, I did an accelerator through Western Sydney University.
Which you said you'd never go back to studying.
Yeah, I did say. Jackie was on my last project and I said, I'm never doing this again. This is too much work. And then I was a couple months later back at another university. So,
you know, that I could contribute in a bigger way to business because I hadn't got a degree, I hadn't been in corporate for a long, long time. But working with some, you know, big enterprises on the industry projects now in a real world environment with real people, knowing that it makes a real difference, has brought that level of knowledge, that, as I was saying before, the level of a new language, the way to speak, to say something new, to get something to shift in the small business that I am now, has actually propelled that business forward as well, even though it's a completely different industry, completely different setup. What I'm learning through my leadership skills, management skills, learner skills. So you start off as a learner, you do one, manager as a second project, which is where I'm at now. Your third one is as a leader. But being able to actually demonstrate and practice leadership skills in my current business has actually improved its revenue and profitability over the last 12 months, I'm very pleased to say, because I'm in the accounting side of things. But it's also brought the team closer together, and we've also put on another solicitor as well, so I'm kind of managing the team. So it's just brilliant, and I can't wait to see where else my leadership skills take me. So thank you.
So a bit of background, last year I had 2 strokes while completing my MBA. The first one, I didn't even realise I was having a stroke until I was in the hospital. The second one, I definitely knew. I was stuttering, I was involuntary movements, I couldn't speak. I had to learn how to speak again. And the support that I received during that time was incredible. It was as though it was my family supporting me. I was provided with the opportunity to, you know, apply for an extension for my assignment, because the day I got out of hospital, still unable to speak properly, I had an assignment during 2 days, 3,500 word academic analysis.
Yeah, I've started 4 startups myself. I've gone through it, but I've never actually academically gone through a subject like that. So, and then there's digital transformation. Then
you get me again.
And marketing and communication, right? These are things I've got to do anyway, but I get to do it as part of my MBA, and I get to deliver that to the business. So that's the biggest. I'm actually excited. I'm not worried. I'm excited.
That's the advantage is you're bringing, as part of the assignments and that learning, they're bringing the real world problems or real world challenges from work and applying that in the assignments. So that way they're benefiting, the organisation's benefiting as part of that whole process.
Hello everyone. So I'm 2/3 of the way through my MBA. It's an MBA of Innovation and Leadership. And I live a very full life. 5 years ago, my husband committed suicide, and for a woman in her early 50s, I was at a bit of a crossroads. I'd never been to university before and was clear, you know, my children were grown up and had left home, but I was clear that my life it was up to me. What was I going to generate how was I going to generate my life? So I love to do personal growth and development programs as well, which has helped me to deal really powerfully with the loss of my husband. But where was I going to go? And there's a lot of life left in me yet. I'm 56 years young and plan to live to over 100. Whether that happens or not, obviously that's not in my hands. But So I was looking for something. I was actually only looking for a degree initially, but I was looking for something that was aligning with my growth and development, because, you know, I'm a human being. We're all human beings interacting with human beings. And, you know, the very famous saying, to learn is to grow. Where was I going to grow? How could I then become a contribution, not only to my community, but to the business world as well? I wanted to be a holistic, authentic person. And so I came across the Ducere brochure online, and it just really spoke to me, especially because I didn't want to sit and do 15,000 word thesis and all of that. You know, I wanted that practical experience because I didn't want life to pass me by. And so I chose Ducere because of the industry projects. And what I've learned through that is a whole new way of speaking, a whole new way of confidence, and just an immense community that could actually work around, because it's online, it worked around my life. So I was hoping to be finished by the end of this year, but we had certain, fairly serious illnesses in the family, so the uni was able to work with me around that. And I just scheduled my life to make it work, and I absolutely love it.